My name is Charles Norton. This is an explication of a song of myself. Some about the poem. This comes from encyclopedia.com. The first publication of a song of myself was in 1855. Whitman made extensive revisions and didn't come up with the current title, Song of Myself, until 1881. Whitman amended the poem until his death in 1892. It's important that we go over some major events to understand the poem. The first women's rights convention was held in Seneca Falls, New York. The meeting was held on the 19th and 20th of July, 1848. The source is history.com. The Supreme Court denies citizenship to African Americans. This is quoted from ourdocuments.gov. On March the 6th, 1857, Chief Justice Roger B. Taney read the majority opinion of the court, which stated that slaves are not citizens of the United States and henceforth could not expect any protection from the federal government or the courts. President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on the 1st of January, 1863. The proclamation declared that all persons held as slaves are henceforth and shall be free. The 13th Amendment. The House on the 31st of January, 1865, abolished slavery. The source is history.house.gov. On December the 24th, 1865, the Ku Klux Klan is formed in Tennessee. The source is historytoday.com. The 15th Amendment. Congress passed on the 26th of February, 1869, and ratified on the 3rd of February, 1870, the 15th Amendment, granting African American men the right to vote. Source is ourdocuments.gov. Female suffrage. On the 10th of December, 1869, women aged 21 and older of the Wyoming Territory gained the right to vote and hold office. The source is the National Geographic. The 19th Amendment was not passed until the 4th of June, 1919, giving all women the right to vote. Source, ourdocuments.gov. The first African American sworn as a House member. Joseph Rainey of South Carolina is sworn in as a House member on the 4th of March, 1870. Some key parts about my interpretation of the poem. The first verse. For every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. We are all made the same. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at ease my observing a spear of summer grass. He's saying to relax, let your spirit heal, and observe your surroundings. The second verse. Houses and rooms full of perfumes. The shelves are crowded with perfumes. I breathe the fragrance myself and know it, and like it. The distillation would intoxicate me also, but I shall not let it. He's telling us to not let worldly possessions take over your life. The third verse. There was never any more inception than there is now, nor any more youth or age than there is now, and we will never be any more perfect than there is now, and nor more heaven or hell than there is now. He's telling us that the present is the most important time. Clear and sweet is my soul, and clear and sweet is all that is not my soul. Whitman stating that there is good in everyone. The sixth verse. Or I guess it, grass, is a uniform hieroglyphic, and it means sprouting, alike in broad zones and narrow zones, growing among black folks as among white. Canuck, Tuckahoe, Congressman, Cuff, I give them the same, I receive the same, and now it seems to me the beautiful uncut hair of their graves. He's saying that all socioeconomic classes end in the same way, death and in the ground. The seventh verse. For every kind of itself and its own, for me, mine, male and female, for me those that have been boys and that have loved women, for me the man that is proud and feels how it stings to be slighted, for me the sweetheart and the old maid, for me the mothers and the mothers of mothers, for me the lips that have smiled, eyes that have shed tears, for me the children and the begetters of children. Undrape, you are not guilty to me, nor stale or discarded. I see through the broadcloth and the gingham, whether or no, and I am around tenacious, inquisitive, tireless, and cannot be shaken away. Whitman is trying to make a point to grab everyone's attention. The 14th verse. The wild gander leads his flock through the cool night. Ye hawk, he says, and it sounds to me like an invitation. The pert may suppose it meaningless, but I listen closed, find its purpose and place upon toward the wintry sky. He's saying that listen to what others have to say, could be important. The sharp-hoofed moose of the north, the cat on the house still, the chickadee, the prairie dog, the litter of grunting sow as they tug at her teats, the brood of the turkey hen, and she with her half-spread wings. I see them and myself the same old law. He's saying that all walks of nature have to follow the laws of nature. The 15th verse. I will not be going over the verse for the sake of time. A synopsis of it is everyone has a purpose. The 21st verse. I am the poet of the woman, the same as the man, and I say it as to be great as a woman as it is to be a man, and I say there is nothing greater to be than the mother of men. He's saying that whether you're a man or a woman, you're full of greatness. The 46th verse. I trap a perpetual journey. Come all listen. My signs are a rainproof coat, good shoes, and a staff from the woods. No friend of mine takes ease in my chair. I have no chair, no church, no philosophy. I lead no man to the dinner table, library exchange, but each man and each woman of you I lead upon a knoll, my left hand hooking around your waist, my right hand pointing to the landscape of continents and the public road. Not I, not anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it for yourself. He's saying that the journey of life can be guided by others, but it's up to the individual to make the final say in their life. The 51st verse. Who has done his day's work? Who soonest be through with his supper? Who wishes to walk with me? What he's saying is, who has done the right thing in life? Who is ready for their reward? Who is ready to die? So a little bit about the speaker. Whitman is the speaker in the first and second verse. The most clear indication of the first verse is he addresses his age. I now 37 years old, in perfect health being. In the second verse, he refers to himself. Two examples: the smoke of my own breath, my respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs. Verses 3 through 48. An omniscient being, not as powerful as God, but more powerful than a mortal, is the speaker. Verse 24. Whitman, a cosmos, a Manhattan, the sun. And the next example. Divine I am, inside and out, and I make holy water I touch or am touched from. The scent of the armpits aroma finer than prayer, this head more than churches, Bibles, and all creeds. Verse 48. I hear and behold God in every object, yet understand God not in the least, nor do I understand that there can be more wonderful than myself. Verse 51. The idea of life and death is the speaker. Who has done his day's work? Who will soonest be through his supper? Who wishes to walk with me? Will you speak before I am gone? Will you prove already too late? Verse 52. Nature is the speaker. I bequeath myself to the dirt, to grow from the grass I love. If you want me again, look underneath the soles of your boots.